It's Married with Channels, the 2022 edition. I'm Moose.
And I'm Jodie.
And we're here to chew bubblegum and talk about TV and movies, and we're out of bubblegum.
Yeah, I don't have any.
You never heard that before?
Yes, I have, but I came unprepared. No bubblegum.
No.
Sorry.
That's the whole joke. We're talking about a TV show, a new one, and a really crappy movie that looked like it could have been fun, but maybe it wasn't. We'll get to that.
Yeah.
We'll start with the Book of Boba Fett, the new Disney Plus show.
Yeah.
It's about Boba Fett seizing the throne that Jabba the Hutt and Bib Fortuna vacated.
Yes, and you kind of made this a little clearer for me. This is kind of what transpires after Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we see Boba Fett in The Mandalorian last season. He shows up in his Tusken Raider attire, and he's got what's-her-name with him.
Yes.
And, yeah. So
now when?
Yeah, this picks up where that ended up. You know, he's got his armor back. They go off from The Mandalorian and Baby Yoda, and he sits on the throne of Jabba.
Yes.
So here we are. We're two episodes into the Book of Boba Fett.
Yeah.
And I like it.
Yeah.
The first episode, there's a couple things that I had issues with.
Yeah. I watched the first episode with an open mind because, you know, we're Star Wars fans here, and we like the Mandalorian, and I don't know, the first episode was just kind of like more of the same and a slight bit boring for me, so I didn't really get into it at first. It was kind of like, this is just kind of, you know, more of the same, like this person, a sidekick, a bunch of different creatures, you know. Yeah, I don't know. It was just kind of blah in the beginning for me. But
okay.
I came around, and I don't know if you want to touch on the second episode just yet, but by the time we watched episode 2, I was like, oh, I like this. This is getting better. This is getting good, you know?
Yeah, I think we'll get into that second episode here soon.
Sure.
But the first episode, it was one of those, like, after I watched it, I was like, okay, you know, there's some stuff here, but there's some things I didn't quite understand. And the one that, maybe it's nitpicky stuff, but I don't know why. So he flashes back. He's in this, health chamber. I forget what they're called, but Luke was in it in Empire Strikes Back. But
okay.
And he's reflecting back to how he got out of the Sarlacc stomach, and then his armor got stolen by the Jawas while he was passed out.
Yeah,
and the Tusken Raiders picked him up.
Yeah.
So there's a couple things there that I didn't quite understand. He did the Sarlacc pit. It's like all he had to do was open his flamethrower to cut through the belly of the Sarlacc.
Sure.
And dig his way out. Like, nobody in the history of the Sarlacc pit's ever done that.
Ever thought about doing that?
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
I don't know why, unless he had a more pronounced oxygen system that allowed him to breathe down there longer.
I don't know. Was the Sarlacc dead when he got out?
That's the other thing. He got out, and the Sarlacc's tentacles weren't moving. Nothing was moving.
So maybe
there was no like. Yet when he was in the Sarlacc, things were moving.
Was that him moving though?
Well, I watched a video, and I didn't notice it until I watched a video. There's a heartbeat. You can hear a heartbeat going.
Oh.
All signs pointed to the Sarlacc being alive.
Okay.
But when he got out, it was motionless. It was just. I thought maybe that was a production error.
Maybe it was like weak or sleeping or on the verge of dying, and maybe his cut was the final.
Maybe.
Him getting out just killed it. But I don't know. I thought maybe when the Sarlacc is alive, there's no way you can survive in there because, it's eating you up and whatever. It's, I don't know, stomach juices, or maybe you can't use your, weapons in there because it's too late. But maybe this one was kind of, I don't know, not digesting him. I don't know.
And the insinuation is that was soon after Return of the Jedi, because I think we even saw the wreckage in the background of Jabba's barge.
Yes.
So you think there'd be a couple other dudes in there who were alive, like, hey, I'll come with you.
I don't know, unless, like I said, that Sarlacc was like dead or dying already. I don't know how that. I don't know how that happened.
I guess I expected more with the Sarlacc thing. Like I wanted to see more. In my mind, I had the Sarlacc pit being just like this wide open cavern, but it's just walls of intestine.
Yeah.
Instead of this like really tight space that he was in. Anyway, I don't want to get too hung up on that.
Sure.
But like you, when he got out, my main issue is like, is it dead? Why isn't it moving?
Yeah.
But maybe, his escape was the final.
I don't know.
Straw that broke the Sarlacc's back. Do they have backs?
I don't know, but I just felt like it was implied that Sarlacc was dead.
Okay.
I don't know.
My other issue is when he's with the Tusken Raiders and we'll call it the boy, the child Tusken, like dragged him out and the other prisoner out into the desert.
Yeah.
To go look at a bar, like a roadside. Oh, no, it was the water farm. Anyway.
Okay.
I didn't understand the motivation for dragging the prisoners out into the desert. Why? So you can look and watch this biker gang like raid this farmer.
Yeah, I didn't know what the point of that scene was either. Like this biker gang. I don't know.
Was he trying to? Maybe the kid was trying to get Boba to. The prisoners like, all right, you're my prisoners. Go get the water from that farmer.
I have an idea
because he's a dumb kid.
Well, maybe the kid's trying to show him like this is why we are taking prisoners and beating people up, because we don't know who's coming to raid and pillage and
But he wasn't like connecting with the kid yet. Like he wasn't a good guy. He wasn't on their side yet. He was still a prisoner.
True. I don't know.
Just those two things were kind of like, what? Why? What?
Yeah.
How come? But
maybe we need to watch that part again. I don't know.
Yeah. But I did like how Boba Fett's back and he's kind of a badass. And he's kind of like a crime boss now, taking over for Jabba.
Yeah.
And I like the scene where everybody comes to pay tribute. The local power players send their delegates and they bring money and gifts or whatever.
Yeah. They're kind of accepting him in that position of Jabba's throne and rule there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this one representative of the mayor comes in and it didn't go as planned. And I thought that was kind of funny.
It was funny.
Bring no tribute.
The mayor's heartfelt welcome and regrets that he's been drawn away by pressing matters, milady.
If you had spoken such insolence to Jabba, he'd have fed you to his menagerie.
Apologies. Apologies.
Tell the mayor I'm here now.
He knows. Yes, he knows.
Perhaps another time. Next.
Actually, there is one other matter, if I may.
What is it?
The matter of tribute.
I'm confused.
He wants you to pay him.
What? I'm the crime lord. He's supposed to pay me.
Shall I kill him?
He works for the mayor.
Is that a no?
That's a no.
That's a no. Thought that was kind of funny.
Yeah.
It has its moments of lightheartedness and humor without being too like, oh, like Mandalorian's great, but there's more like, cutesy.
Oh, this one's more kind of like smart ass and, like kind of wit, that quick wit. And
I like how this is going to seemingly take place just on Tatooine.
Yeah.
So we'll get introduced to some of these Mos characters, Mos Eisley, Mos Espa. I don't know. But episode 2, that's when he kind of becomes a Tusken Raider unofficially and then eventually officially.
Yes.
It was much better.
Yes, much better.
I mean, they have like this train raiding sequence, which is great.
Yes.
Anytime anybody's like trying to rob a train, whatever movie, TV show.
Westerns and all of that. Yeah.
It's instantly going to be like 80% cool.
Yes, it's exciting to watch someone take a train.
Yeah. What I don't understand is why the people on the train are doing what they're doing. Again, I don't understand their motivation. They're driving through.
Yep.
And they feel the need to go to gun turrets and open fire on Tuskens and their Banthas.
Yeah, and just mow people down as they pass by.
Yeah, why?
I don't know if maybe they've been robbed before because they have that water core, which is obviously very valuable in the desert. I wondered if maybe it's just we're tired of, getting attacked while we drive through this place. So we're just going to mow people
Kick ass
down.
as we
I
move.
don't know. I mean, that was maybe one thought that I had about why they're just mowing people down. But
now I know that they have spice on board the train, which
Yeah,
is
that
like
too.
Star Wars talk for drugs.
yeah,
So maybe it's like, because they're drug runners, it's like
yeah,
either you pay a money to us,
yeah,
or as we come through, we're going to open fire on you.
sure.
So maybe that's it. I don't know. But I still like the episode.
I did too. I liked watching, his relationship as a prisoner and a captive evolve with the Tusken Raiders to
Mhm.
become, kind of a revered, almost member of their tribe. Like they come around to, I mean, spoilers if you haven't seen this episode, but they come around to kind of treat him with respect and, kind of as one of their own. So it's
Yeah.
kind of cool to watch that journey in that episode.
Yeah, it's very much a Dances with Wolves scenario.
Yeah.
It's like space dances with
Space
wolves.
dances with wolves in sand. I love it.
Yeah. But it was a good episode, and I liked it. There wasn't a lot there that like made me go, what the hell? Except for the train thing, but I think we kind of explained that.
There was a couple times where the timeline, I had to kind of have you pause and clear up the timeline because I was like, wait, what? Because it does kind of flash back a little bit, back and forth somewhat.
Yeah.
And so, but it got clear after I kind of figured it out. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, this makes sense.
And I think we're going to see more of that, because I think the key device to recognize we're going flashback is when he's in that healing tank, that bath, that sleep bath, whatever the fart it's called.
Sure. I don't know.
So when he's in there, when he's in there and he's got the breather on and he's grimacing, that the next couple scenes are going to be flashbacks.
Sure.
So I think that's good, because I want to see how he got to where he got.
Sure. Yeah, no, I like the story, and I like where it's going, and I like the characters. They're kind of evolving for me, and
The Boba Fett mysticism blows my mind.
Yeah.
Like, the character had all of 2 minutes screen time
I
in
know.
all the movies.
yeah,
But he's become this indelible character of coolness
yes,
and like curiosity.
yeah,
And now they got a goddamn TV show about it.
exactly.
And I'm not sweating it. I'm not knocking it.
Sure.
Boba Fett's cool.
Honestly, they could probably do that with a lot of Star Wars
Oh,
characters.
yeah,
I mean,
sure.
wouldn't you like to know how, some of them came to be who they were? I don't know.
I mean, you could almost do at least a short movie
Yeah.
about the Rancor and the Rancor's handler. Remember when when Luke killed the Rancor in Revenge of the Jedi? The big beast under
Yeah.
Jabba's throne.
Yeah.
He killed it, and then like the Rancor handler comes out and he's all crying, and this other guy's consoling him.
Yeah.
There could be a backstory there,
That would be funny.
There's something there. I mean, shit, you got a movie or a TV show based on a character who's been in the movie all of 2 minutes. Why not
Sure.
one that's only been in the movies 30 seconds?
Or like the cantina owner,
Yeah.
I mean, who knows? You could go in so many different directions with the Star Wars characters and franchise, but
Yeah, and if it pays off, they definitely will.
oh, definitely.
But the Book of Boba Fett is good, and the production value's there. We talked about cameos before we started
Yes.
recording. The
Yeah.
only two I know of, Robert Rodriguez directed the first episode,
Okay.
and he did the voice of the mayor in the second episode.
Okay.
And Matthew Perry from What We Do in the Shadows,
Yeah, I saw he voiced
the robot.
one of the droids.
yeah,
Yeah.
like the etiquette /
yes.
we'll say manservant robot in
Yeah.
Jabba's throne. Yeah, but other than that, I don't know of any other. Jennifer Beals is in there.
Yeah, I wouldn't call that a cameo though. That's kind of a
No.
role, and
It's a main role,
good
yeah.
for her. And she's still beautiful and youthful.
She
looking.
is,
Oh my
right?
gosh,
She's got to be
yes.
pushing 60.
What?
Got to be pushing 60.
Yeah, probably. I mean, I don't know when Flashdance came out, but I was,
Oh, that was
a
80
child.
something.
Yeah, I don't know, but
Jennifer
yeah.
Beals still got it going on. Last time I heard she was doing the L Word.
Yeah, which is not a show that I have watched, but
Yeah.
you know,
She's
people say
born
good
in
things.
1963, so
So yeah, I mean, yeah, she's pushing 58. Is that the math? The math
yeah,
not
she's
good.
literally almost. She just turned 59. It looks like.
Okay.
So. No. She will be 59. So yeah, pushing
58.
60.
Yeah.
Good for her.
Yep.
Got a nice role. Still kicking it.
Yeah.
Still looking good. Looking tight. Yum yum yum.
Oh my. I'm your wife right here. But
I
yes,
know.
Jennifer Beals is very Beals. I can't talk today. Sorry. Jennifer Beals is very pretty.
And she's a maniac.
Yes.
Anything else on Boba Fett?
No, I'm just excited. I'm glad I got into it because when we started that second episode, I was like, do we have to watch this? Yes, of course we have to watch this because we're kind of Star Wars fans in this house. And yep, okay, I'll try.
That seems to be how every show goes with you. Is let's watch this. Okay, and then by episode 3, you're like, oh, when are we watching the next one?
I know. I get
do
into it for sure. I think this one did get better though. It picked up, so
Yeah,
I'm in.
she's in, everybody.
Yep.
She is in. Moving on to a movie called Werewolves on Wheels.
Oh my goodness.
A little backstory.
Yep.
This was on the antenna TV. I saw it on the guide, and I read the summary, and it's from 1979, 71, and it's werewolves and a biker gang. I'm like, okay, I'm recording this.
Yes.
I got to check this out. And the cover art looked
Yes.
fantastic.
Yes.
And so I recorded it. Eventually, we got to watching it, and it is just horrible.
It is. I don't even know. Yeah, horrible. I don't even think is the right description for this. I don't understand it.
I don't either. It's like, first of all, I was trying to explain this to Evie, our kid, the other day. She was, because I was wearing the T-shirt.
Yes.
And I'll mention the T-shirt here in a little bit.
Yeah.
And I was trying to explain what a bad movie is and why this movie's bad.
Yes.
This movie's bad for a lot of reasons. You expect werewolves on motorcycles. You don't get that until like the very end,
The
for
very
all of
end.
2 minutes.
Yeah.
And
Disappointed.
then the movie's over.
Yes.
It's just a bunch of biker gang dudes rambling around with a shitty soundtrack.
Yes.
Grabbing stuff off the shelf at the convenience store and telling the old man to go stuff it, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And then they run into this like monastery of Satan worshipers.
Yeah, like a satanic cult or
Yeah.
something. Yeah.
And, one of their girls gets sucked into the ritual and her top's off and her boobies are bounced around.
Yeah.
I'm not going to complain about that, but then all of a sudden they're just driving around again
Yeah.
on the motorcycle. And then we have these kind of ambiguous, not very easy to see attacks.
Yes.
A couple of them have been turned into werewolves, but you don't see werewolf action really.
No. And honestly, like every probably 5 minutes is them just riding around on their motorcycles with some scenery, with some really poor music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're just going, woo, yeah, man. Yeah. All right.
Oh my gosh. But no actual werewolves hardly in this
No.
film. Yeah.
No, it's just, I literally said on the thumbnail image
Yeah.
for this podcast,
Yeah.
I put the shirt I got.
Yes.
It's the movie poster for Werewolves on Wheels.
Yes.
And it's awesome.
Yes.
It looks so cool.
It does look cool.
And I used that on the thumbnail image for the podcast. And
Yeah.
I put the words in an arrow saying, this is literally the best part of this movie.
Right.
Like the poster and the image is literally the best part. You don't need to watch Werewolves on Wheels. It's not even like a good, bad movie.
Yeah.
Because it has like some bones of like being a good movie, an interesting movie,
Sure.
but they don't ever like come through,
Huh. I found
It's a movie that thinks it's better than it is.
I found an interesting little tidbit on Wikipedia. There's no citation, so I don't know if this is like legit or not, but it says in many scenes footage was used of real bikers with no experience or training in acting going about their lives as normal. Thus, parts of this film could be regarded as an early experiment in reality as entertainment. I thought that was interesting. Like, okay, well, these guys, they're real bikers, so no wonder the acting is terrible.
So 71, that was about 2 years after Easy Rider. I wonder if they were somebody was trying to capitalize on the Easy Rider,
I don't know.
biker freedom aesthetic / feeling mojo.
Maybe.
And then at the end, they're like, there's nothing here. Well, let's make one of them into a werewolf.
Or maybe it was just kind of a confluence of the two. Like, well, there's Easy Rider and bikers, but I really like horror. Let's do a werewolf film with that. I don't know.
Yeah, looking back, I think somebody just said Easy Rider was popular. Let's have people on motorcycles.
Yeah.
And then didn't really think about the rest.
I love finding these quirky, weird things sometimes.
Mhm.
Like, oh my gosh, this is funny. It's kind of comical to watch stuff like this. And
Oh, it totally is.
yeah.
And there's one scene that's actually kind of funny, but for the wrong reasons. It's they pull up to get gas at this literal gas pump, and this crusty old codger comes out with his goofy hat, and his teeth are rotting out, and he's just babbling stuff. Here's a little taste of that.
You guys are lost, aren't you?
Yeah.
That's for goddamn sure. That's for goddamn sure.
Can you tell us how to get back to the highway?
Yeah, just get a parachute and go straight up. Where's that green stuff you're talking about? Don't start it up here. Roll it out there. You're going to burn down my shack.
I mean, I don't, to this day,
I think that character is the best out of this whole film.
I mean, it's quite honestly the only entertaining part of the movie.
Yes.
Even the scenes where they're at the satanic monastery and she's getting sucked into the spell of the curse or whatever with her top off is not nearly as entertaining as, the old fart coming out and handing them the pump to literally pump the gas themselves and giving them shit. And to this day, I don't know if he improvised all that.
Yeah,
if that was just like, if they just riffed on the scene or if.
It kind of seemed like it, but
yeah,
I mean, the whole thing kind of seems unscripted and no semblance of a plan there.
It's like whoever made this movie encountered this old dude in their travels, like, oh, you want to be in the movie?
Right. This gas station and this guy would be perfect for it. Let's go back there tomorrow, biker gang. And
let's do it, dudes.
He almost seemed like some guy who maybe had a run-in with biker gangs before. So he's pretty like, get out of here. You guys, you riffraff, get out of here. And it's kind of funny.
Now I want a t-shirt with just his face on it.
Oh my gosh.
But I mean, go to T Republic and get a Werewolves on Wheels t-shirt. Otherwise, don't waste your time with this movie.
Yes.
Werewolves on Wheels is not anything special.
No.
It's not even a good bad movie.
No.
T-shirt. And if you want to see what the movie poster looks like, go to our Twitter. I'll put an image up of my shirt for Werewolves on Wheels. The Twitter is @MarriedWChans, 2 N's. So make sure you follow us on Twitter.
Share, tell your friends.
Tell your friends, subscribe to the channel. That helps us out.
Give us a good review on your podcast provider.
Absolutely. So until next time, I'm Moose.
And I'm Jodie.
We'll see you next time on Married with Channels.